Have you ever been driving along your usual route, maybe to the grocery store or to meet some friends, when you suddenly realize you're gripping the steering wheel a little tighter than you used to? Maybe the road feels just a bit more chaotic, or the signs seem harder to spot. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, driving can sometimes start to feel more challenging than it did when we were younger. But here's the good news. Staying safe behind the wheel after 70 is absolutely possible. And today we're going to talk about how you can keep your independence and confidence while driving. Now, why is this topic so important? Well, driving isn't just about getting from point A to point B, it's about freedom. It's about being able to visit loved ones, run your errands on your own terms, and feel connected to your community. But let's be honest, the older we get, the more changes we experience physically and mentally. Our reflexes might slow a little, our vision can change, and even our energy levels may dip. However, with the right habits and awareness, you can continue to drive safely and comfortably for many years to come. Today, we'll go over 5 essential tips that can make a huge difference in your driving experience. These aren't complicated or hard to implement. They're simple, effective, and will help you stay confident behind the wheel. So, let's dive in together. And by the end of this video, you'll feel empowered to keep driving safely well into your golden years. Let's start with something that might surprise you: staying physically active. Yes, believe it or not, one of the best ways to drive safely has nothing to do with your car itself, but everything to do with how you take care of your body. Staying active helps maintain your flexibility, strength, and reaction time, all key ingredients for safe driving. Imagine trying to quickly glance over your shoulder to check a blind spot. If your neck and shoulders are stiff, that simple action becomes harder and slower. Or think about pressing the brake pedal in an emergency. Stronger legs and faster reflexes can be the difference between a smooth stop and a close call. You don't need to train for a marathon, either. Something as simple as a daily walk, gentle stretching, or a yoga class can work wonders. Many people in their 70s and beyond find that water aerobics or Tai Chi are also great for staying limber and balanced. Even light exercise can help keep your joints moving freely and your muscles responsive. Remember, a flexible and strong body makes you a more agile and confident driver. Now, while keeping your body in shape is key, keeping your mind sharp is just as crucial. That brings us to another important point: staying mentally alert. Let's be honest, driving today isn't quite the same as it was 30 or 40 years ago. Roads are busier, traffic patterns have changed, and there are more distractions than ever, both inside and outside the car. Mental sharpness helps you process all this information quickly and make sound decisions, whether that's reacting to a sudden stop or navigating through a confusing intersection. Simple brain exercises can help you stay mentally agile. Crossword puzzles, card games like bridge, or even learning a new hobby, like playing an instrument or trying out a new language, can all keep your mind engaged. And don't forget about social activities. Spending time with family and friends, having conversations, and staying connected can do wonders for your mental health and focus. But staying alert also ties into another critical habit: managing fatigue. Fatigue is one of those sneaky things that can creep up on you, especially during long drives or after a restless night. Feeling drowsy behind the wheel is dangerous at any age, but as we get older, our bodies tend to need a bit more rest and recovery. So, it's important to listen to your body and recognize when you're too tired to drive safely. Make sure you're getting enough quality sleep and don't hesitate to take breaks during longer trips. Even pulling over for a 10-minute walk around a rest area can revive your energy and attention. And speaking of awareness, let's not forget about regular vision and hearing checkups. These senses are our lifelines on the road, and it's normal for them to change over time. You might not even notice subtle shifts in your vision or hearing until you're struggling to read a road sign or missing the faint sound of a siren in the distance. Having your eyes and ears checked regularly and making sure your glasses or hearing aids are up to date can make all the difference. So far, we've talked about taking care of your body, your mind, and your senses, all of which are the foundation of safe driving as you age. Now that we've explored how to stay physically and mentally sharp, let's ease into the next important step to staying behind the wheel safely. Now, with your body feeling strong and your mind alert, let's talk about your driving environment, your car itself. Just like we need checkups to keep ourselves in good shape, your vehicle also needs regular attention to stay in top condition. Having a car that fits your needs and is easy to handle can make a world of difference. As we get older, things like power steering, automatic transmissions, and large, easy-to-read dashboard displays become more than just conveniences. They become essentials for safe and comfortable driving. Take a moment to think about how your car feels when you drive. Are the mirrors positioned correctly so you have a clear view around you? Are your seat and steering wheel adjusted so you're sitting upright with good visibility over the dashboard and enough space between your chest and the wheel? These adjustments might seem small, but they can significantly reduce strain on your body and improve reaction times. If reaching the pedals is getting uncomfortable, or if you notice that turning your neck to check blind spots feels harder, it might be time to look at vehicle modifications or even consider a newer car designed with senior drivers in mind. Modern vehicles often come with helpful safety features like blind spot monitoring, rear-view cameras, lane departure warnings, and automatic emergency braking. These technologies aren't there to replace your skills. They're like having a helpful co-pilot who's always looking out for you. They can alert you to hazards you might not notice immediately, giving you precious extra seconds to respond calmly and safely. But no matter how advanced your car is, staying updated on the latest rules of the road is another crucial habit to keep in mind. Let's be honest, traffic laws change over the years, and new road signs, markings, or driving norms may not be the same as they were when you first learned to drive. Taking a refresher course isn't just for teenagers getting their licenses. In fact, many organizations offer safe driving programs specifically tailored for seniors. These classes are designed to help you brush up on modern driving practices and also teach techniques for dealing with common challenges like heavy traffic, night driving, or navigating tricky intersections. Imagine feeling more confident when driving at dusk, knowing exactly how to adjust your headlights and reduce glare, or learning new ways to stay calm during a stressful merge on a busy highway. A little extra knowledge can go a long way in boosting your confidence and making every trip feel smoother and safer. And let's not forget, some insurance companies even offer discounts for completing these safe driving courses, so it's a win-win for both your safety and your wallet. Another tip that often goes unnoticed is the importance of planning your routes carefully. Have you ever set out on a drive only to find yourself stuck in a maze of construction detours, bumper-to-bumper traffic, or confusing lane closures? As we get older, situations like these can feel more stressful than they used to. Taking a few minutes before you leave home to check traffic conditions, look up alternate routes, or even choose a less hectic time of day to travel can help you avoid unnecessary tension on the road. For instance, if you know the freeway is packed with commuters around 5 p.m., maybe try running your errands earlier in the day when the streets are quieter and you can take your time. Plus, using navigation apps, even if you're driving familiar routes, can alert you to sudden traffic jams or road work ahead, giving you a chance to adjust your route with ease. By being proactive and thoughtful about where and when you drive, you're putting yourself in control of the situation, which helps reduce anxiety and keeps you focused on what matters most, getting to your destination safely and comfortably. As you can see, keeping yourself and your car in tune is just as important as any skill behind the wheel. The small choices you make before even starting your engine can add up to a more enjoyable and safer driving experience. Now that you've got a clearer idea of how to fine-tune your driving environment and stay on top of road knowledge, let's keep this momentum going as we move towards some final but equally important tips that will help you stay confidently behind the wheel for years to come. Now that you're feeling strong, mentally sharp, and comfortable in your car, let's talk about one of the most powerful habits you can adopt: knowing your limits and adjusting your driving habits to match them. This isn't about giving up your independence. It's about making smart choices so you can stay behind the wheel safely and for longer. Think about it this way. Just as a seasoned athlete learns to pace themselves, experienced drivers like you know when it's best to make adjustments. For example, some people notice that driving at night becomes more challenging as they get older. Glare from headlights, dim street lights, or even difficulty reading signs in the dark can all add up to make nighttime driving less comfortable. And that's okay. You can adapt by planning trips during daylight hours whenever possible, or by sticking to well-lit routes that you know like the back of your hand. The same goes for weather. Driving in heavy rain, snow, or fog might not have fazed you years ago, but if it feels a bit more nerve-wracking now, There's no shame in avoiding those conditions when you can. Being cautious and flexible with when you drive doesn't mean you're less capable. It shows wisdom and care for yourself and others on the road. And while we're on the topic of self-awareness, it's also a great idea to check in regularly with how you're feeling before getting behind the wheel. Do you feel clear-headed, well-rested, focused? If you're ever feeling unwell, overly tired, or even just distracted by worries, it's perfectly fine to take a break and postpone the trip. Safe driving starts with being fully present, and listening to your body and mind can prevent risky situations before they even begin. Another helpful strategy is to lean on your support network. Friends, family members, or neighbors can be wonderful resources. If you're facing a longer or more stressful drive, say, heading into a busy downtown area or taking a trip out of town, don't hesitate to ask a loved one to ride along with you. Having someone in the passenger seat to help navigate or simply keep you company can ease the pressure and make the drive more enjoyable. And remember, today's world offers more transportation options than ever before. Whether it's carpooling with a friend, using senior transportation services, or scheduling rides through apps like Uber or Lyft, you have choices that can supplement your driving when needed. You don't have to give up your car keys, but having a backup plan for days when you'd rather not drive adds another layer of freedom and peace of mind. Let's not forget one last, but very important, element: attitude. The way you approach driving makes a big difference. If you stay positive, flexible, and open to learning new strategies, you'll find that driving can remain a source of joy and independence well into your 70s and beyond. It's easy to feel a little discouraged when you notice changes in your reaction time or when you face those moments where the road feels overwhelming. But here's the thing: you've been adapting and overcoming challenges your whole life. This is no different. With the right mindset and a few small adjustments, you can continue to enjoy the open road safely and confidently. Let's take a quick moment to reflect on what we've talked about. Keeping active, staying sharp mentally, caring for your vehicle, updating your knowledge, and listening to your instincts are all simple steps. But together, they add up to a safer, more empowered you. Before we wrap up, I just want to say this: you're not alone in this journey. Many people your age are navigating these same changes and questions. And that's why conversations like this are so valuable, because they remind us that aging doesn't mean giving up the things we love, like driving. It means learning how to keep doing them smarter and safer. I'd love to hear from you. Have you made any adjustments to your driving recently? Maybe you've found a new route you love, or you've tried out one of those advanced safety features we mentioned earlier. Share your story in the comments below. I read every one of them, and your experiences could really help someone else watching this. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community here focused on living well, staying independent, and thriving at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Here's to many more miles of safe and confident driving, because you deserve the freedom to go where you want, when you want, for as long as you want. Stay safe, stay sharp, and until next time, take care of yourself and enjoy the ride.